What's up everyone, and welcome to another loadout video. Today we're going to be making up some loadouts for the 9 different classes based on the items that have come out of the latest Halloween cases. That's the Violet Vermin cases. Now, for those of you who've actually seen the items coming out of the cases this year, you'll notice some of them are kind of Halloween based while others aren't really spooky at all. So some of these loadouts are going to be kind of, shall we say, the mercs are, you know, dressing up for Halloween, perhaps. That's probably the best way to look at it. So it's not going to be spooky loadouts, it's going to be using the items from the latest case. We'll see how it goes. We're going to start off with the Scout, and of course, he had pretty much an entire set to himself in the latest cases. We start off with Hephaestus Handcraft, which is the hat from the Violet Vermin collection, followed by the Athenian attire, and then the Olympic leapers, which makes him, that's a pretty good loadout. That's a pretty good, you're going to dress up as like a Roman, you know, you're going to dress up like a Roman or a Greek. This is not Greek Romans, is it? It's Greeks. It's Greeks. You're going to dress up as a Greek. Then, you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Nothing really Greek there, so I just slapped on a Halloween package. But I think this is a pretty good loadout, and it's quite nice that they've done basically an entire set. I just put on the the sandstone special pistol. You know, Greeks, you always think of fighting, you know, in I don't know, sand. And then we've got the 3-rune blade, which, you know, it's a sword. It looks like an actual Greek warrior, right? Right? You guys agree? I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching here. I threw the Night Terror Scattergun as well because, hey, it's Halloween. Got to throw that in there. But I quite liked this loadout, especially with the sword. Looks pretty good indeed. Onto the soldier, and he had one item here, the Vampire Vanquisher, which I thought looked pretty good. And, you know, based on the hair as well, I threw on the Deadbeats, and then we got the Terror Antula, which is one of the assassin grade items. I thought that looked pretty good. It's a pretty decent loadout for someone who's going to go vanquish vampires. It's not going to use the coffin nail, shotgun, and rocket launcher. You know, you're vanquishing vampires, coffin nail, bam, you know, you got to stake through the heart. That's what you got to do. But the best way to do it is the pain train. It's basically a huge nail, you know. When you're hunting down those vampires, you got to use the pain train, right? That's probably the best weapon that he could use as the soldier. So there we go. We're you know, dressing up as the Vampire Vanquisher, as the hat dictates. For the Pyro, we had some interesting items. We actually had a couple of different items here. If I type in Vermin, you'll see some of the different things. We had, you know, the Pyro in Chinatown and the Mr. Quackers. These were two of the, you know, got Commander grade and Assassin grade respectively. But what I've gone with is the Arachno Arsonist, which makes him look like a spider. And you can couple that with the Terror Antula. I mean, you know the Catastrophic Companions? You remember that item with all the cats that go all over the body? I mean, imagine if the Terror Antula, you could have multiple spiders across the body. This could be like the spider god, you know, as the Pyro. But I just thought, you know, to keep it up with the actual Violet Vermin collection hats, put on the elite grade cat hat, you know, because that can go on. So I mean, he's a spider with spiders on him, but you know, he's got to keep his head warm, right? Forest Fire Flamethrower. Forest Fire, that's probably what I would cause if I came across a spider. Just set fire to anything that I'm near. Backwards Boomstick again. I mean, I really struggled to find spider-themed weapons. You know, you do have the Macabre Web items, but you can't really get them on any of these weapons that the Pyro uses. So there was good opportunity there, perhaps, for a really spider-themed loadout for the Pyro, but you just need the Macabre Web items, which unfortunately we cannot get on any of the weapons for the Pyro. They're limited to other classes, but that's the best I could do. Again, Tarantula, pretty much, you know, the fact that it's on the shoulder can use in a lot of classes, but the Arachno Arsonist I quite like. Onto the demo now, and I mean this I don't know. This is the trick or treater, shall we say? The trick or treater. You know, he's got his woolly hat on, he's got his deadbeats on, he's just going around, and he's a glutton, the Gaelic glutton. I mean, how long do you think it's going to take, guys? How long do you think it's going to take before every class has a fat option? So far we got the three chins on the NG, which makes him fat. We got one on the demo now, the Gaelic glutton. how long until we're going to see fat ones for every class? I mean, can the heavy get any fatter? I mean, that'll be interesting to see. I just did the macabre web items here, and of course the head taker, because hey, I mean, it's Halloween, you got to use the head taker on the Demo Man loadout, of course. But I mean, yeah, chubby trick-or-treater. That's what I'm rolling with here, with an axe. I mean, you know, that's what I'm trying. Onto the heavy, and I like this one. I really like this one. I've gone for Zombie Pirate. Zombie Pirate. Now, the only real weapon, hat that we could use was the Man of War, which was a mercenary grade hat, which goes off for the heavy, which is a nice pirate hat. And I thought, put on the Wild West whiskers. This came from winter 2017, so last year's Christmas case. And then I thought, you know, put the voodoo cursed soul, you know, and makes him look like a zombie pirate. I thought that looks quite good. Now, we can't have a parrot on his shoulder. There isn't an option available for that for the heavy. We have those available for things like the demo. We even have birds for the medic. But we've got the duck journal, so I mean, he's heavy, but he doesn't have a pirate, you know, parrot for him. He just has a duck instead. Okay, for the items, butcher bird. I mean, again, you know, pirate bird. I don't know. Again, I'm reaching. But the Red Bear shotgun. Do you know what? Add a D. What does it become? Redbeard. Who's Redbeard? A pirate. Yeah. So, you know, you're welcome for that one. Strange Eviction notice. There wasn't really anything I thought. You know, I mean, if there was a sword, we could have used a sword. Because, you know, pirates use swords and everything. But I don't think they have bread on their hands. And I don't think pirates wore boxing gloves. So, you know, Strange Eviction notice, I reckon that's something that a pirate would keep up his sleeve or, you know, on his fingers, so to speak. On to Engineer now, and we had a couple of different things for Engineer. Now, Engineer and Sniper received some kind of items outside of the cases, and you got these from opening up the Halloween packages you got for completing contracts. So those of you who haven't seen them yet, we got the Dell in the Shell and a Shell of a Man, which are Halloween restricted items you get from the Halloween packages, and they are worn on the Engineer, and it makes them look like a turtle. Which is pretty good. Which is pretty good indeed. I added another reptile friend, the Croaking Hazard. This is from, you know, the old Jungle Inferno update last year. Just a little froggy on top of him. He is a turtle. I mean, frogs and turtles, I'm sure they have a reptile relationship going on. And, you know, maybe if you wanted to, you know, do something else, you could chuck the frog in the Halloween cauldron, you know, because that's what witches do, right? I wanted to put something different in the action slot, I'm going to be honest. Backwards boomstick, I mean, you find turtles and reptiles and stuff in the old swamps and stuff. I thought that was the most apt one. Local hero, I mean, he's a turtle, so Ninja Turtle. They were pretty good heroes. They were pretty good heroes. And the Necro Smashers, for the simple reason I wanted to see a turtle holding a hammer. Holding a hammer. I thought it was pretty good, but that's not it for the Engineer, guys. It's not it for the Engineer, because Engineer actually did have some stuff from the Violet Vermin collection, so I thought, hey, let's make a double loadout. We're going to go on to this one here. Now, this is what I call the ultimate Robo NG. So we've got the Defragmenting Hard Hat 17%, which was an Assassin Grade hat from the Vermin collection, which, you know, it's got a bit, you know, defragmenting, it's got a bit of, like, you know, Infinity War kind of, you know, I don't feel so good themes going on there. We also got the mini NG, which attaches to his little belt down here. Looks like a little Lego man on the side. And we have the aim assistant, which goes on top of him there, which is like a little babby sentry, even tinier than a mini sentry. And I thought, you know what, this is all Robo NG, so we're going to have the Rescue Ranger, which is like, you know, I don't know, the most robotic one in that slot. The Short Circuit and the Gunslinger, give him that robot hand. So we've got the ultimate Robo NG. Of course, we've got a battery canteen as well, just to add up the electronics that this guy is handling right now. But I quite like this loadout, actually. It's nice to have you know, different kind of grades of items and all mixed up on the NG there. Onto the medic, and you know what? Hey, guys, you in the comments, give me something here. Give me something here. We take a look at the Violet Vermin collection, okay? We take a look at the Violet. There is nothing. These are literally the only 3 items you could wear as a medic. Literally the only 3 items you could wear. Nothing specifically for the medic in this case. Very unfortunate. So I've just gone again with the cat hat, the deadbeats, and the tarantula. Deadbeats you can wear with pretty much anything, even if it does clip. The tarantula again goes on the shoulder, so it doesn't really clip with anything. So I mean, yeah, and just like last year, Blutsauger, yes, it means bloodsucker in German. Thank you to the 250 people who commented on last year's video. Yes, I understand what it means this time. Coffin nail, medigun, and the bat. I mean, there's just nothing else. Like, there's just nothing else. Nothing else. The bone sword's covered in blood, maybe. I mean, you know, come on. Give the medic some stuff. Give the medic some spooky stuff. We have got old spooky stuff, of course, but this year, very, very thin on the ground for the medic. Onto the sniper, and again the sniper had some extra stuff, just like the engineer. We've got the Crocodile Mundi and the Scoper's Scales. So the Crocodile Mundi makes him have this kind of crocodile head, and the scales changes up his feet, his arms, and his well, adds a tail to the sniper. So now he is basically a crocodile. Basically as a crocodile. We've got the Slithering Scarf as well, which is a snake which goes around his head. So just again, adding up that reptile factor. I mean, Gift Cauldron, it's got a bit of green on it, so you know it goes with the colour. Bog Trotter, Sniper Rifle even. Of course, hey, that's where we're going to find crocodiles, isn't it? Now I've gone for the Woodsy Widowmaker again, going for that kind of bog, forest, wood kind of theme. We could have also gone for the, if I can find it, Darwin's Danger Shield, which is, you know, it kind of just makes him more crocodile-y. It's almost like he's got a second tail. But yeah, we could have gone on, and then I've just gone for the Shiv there. Isn't really anything lizard-like on the melee options for the sniper, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, that I quite like that loadout actually. Again, it's just a shame it's Halloween restricted. I'm not sure how much it changes the hitbox for the sniper. I know that's why the reason that the kind of the alien for the scout is limited, but unfortunately, yeah, not going to be able to use that all year round. So use it while you can, guys. You've got another couple of weeks to go. Finally, onto the spy. Now the spy had a brilliant set, just like some previous classes. What was it? We had the scout had a you know, a pretty much complete set. We have another one here. We have the murderer's motif, the Desperado, and the bandit's boots. Makes you look like Zorro, and I've thrown in the dueling minigame there. Right, dueling minigame, because hey, that's what Zorro's all about. He's all about, you know, duels and swords and stuff like that. So it's quite nice to have, like, you know, a complete set there. I've put in the big kill because it's, you know, it's a big gun, kind of from that time. You know, the old revolver. The Black Rose because it's very fancy, and you know, Zorro is very, very fancy. You know, he has to be flashy. The Dead Ringer because, you know, from that kind of time zone. That time period, I should say. They used to have the old pocket watches, and the I don't know, I don't know what to do for the sapper. I ran out of ideas, and I thought, you know what, just do the red tape recorder because, you know, why not? But I do like this one. Just make that a sword. Make that a sword. It would have been pretty cool indeed. But there we go, guys. Those are all of the items from the latest, the Violet Vermin case. You can still collect those if you finish your contracts. You can still get a chance of collecting those and opening them up. And obviously, if you open them up within the next 2 weeks, I believe it's the 14th of November, you will have a chance of getting a Halloween unusual effect on them, of course. So there we go. And of course, as well, those ones that are Halloween limited, not necessarily the ones you've seen today, but all of your haunted items from years gone past and all of those different sets, those can still be used for another 2 weeks, which is really nice. A really long Halloween period for TF2 this time around. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's been a while since the last time I did a loadout video, and hopefully I'll have more to come in the coming months. Take care, and I'll see you next time.